introduction.
No, introduction, I'll bring you in.
Okay.
So, massive, just normal discussion. Like,
Okay.
All right, good evening and welcome to the 22nd Annual General Conference chat session. I have been your regular host, Lieutenant Telu Muntedo, and here with me this evening is
Lieutenant Sesu Collins Hassan, NTO Captain, 3rd Benue Company, Brigade.
You're welcome, Captain.
Yes.
Captain, all the way from Vandeka local government, here at Government College for the 22nd Annual General Conference and the 85th Anniversary Celebration. Captain, before we move on with discussing the activities of the AGC so far, I would want you to kindly tell us your experience traveling all the way from Vandeka to the Makodidi town and the Government College venue for the 22nd Annual General Conference. How was the experience like on the way?
Well, thank you so much, Lieutenant Telu Muntedo. Well, first of all, I have to appreciate God for joining mercies. It's been a while. We have been in this noble organization for a good number of years, moving boys since from the time we were boys. Now we have grown to become officers. And when we are given a letter of invitation to be attending the state AGC, we normally used to have a lot of things on ground, plans, preparations. First of all, we used to have preparation at the company level. From company, we used to have at the battalion or council level. And then all these targets lies on the state AGC. So after having a well-organized plan at the battalion level, we now convey our boys down to the state AGC. So the general note, I would say it was Johnny Messes. So we thank God for that.
All right, thank God for Johnny Messes, of course.
Yes.
We had no issues of accident, although there were some few issues of breakdown. Friends from Katsina and Logo, they had issues of vehicle breaking down, but to God be the glory, they arrived safely. All right, talking about the experience now, I know that as a national training officer and as captain and as a boy who has passed through all the grades and now a captain and a lieutenant in the boys brigade, I know that you must have attended many AGCs, both from the local and to the state level. And so in the last 3 days you have been here at Government College. How do you compare this AGC with the previous ones that you have attended? Do you see that we are making progress or we are rather retrogressing? How do you see this AGC as compared to the previous ones behind?
Well, before I go to the comparison of previous AGC, my first AGC in Benue State was in 2008, which was hosted by Benue High Level Battalion Council at Enkesti Fiam. Back then,
that was a battalion?
No, it was a state agency.
2008.
2008.
That was the year of the centenary camp?
Yes, at Fiam.
Okay, so
that was when I started attending AGC at the state. When we came there, actually, it was not a funny experience because as coming new to the state, the expectation was high. But I must commend the state council. They tried their best as of that time. Now, coming to the present AGC now, let's say in the 21st century. In this 21st century, I can say the state council are doing their best. And I'm giving kudos to them because if you are comparing the previous AGCs, the population, let's start with the number. You know, when you estimate a number, for you to handle a population in the boys brigade, it's very, very difficult for you to decide. First of all, there are certain things that you normally have in mind. You may be expecting something, let's say a population of 1,000, but when coming, maybe you have 2 times that population. So it will be very difficult for you to plan. And you know, one thing that we must appreciate the state age score of the boys brigade is because we don't normally used to do our registration before coming for conference.
Yeah.
It's when we arrive at the conference venue that we do registration.
That's true.
Unlike compared to other organizations that are bigger than Boys Brigade, which you send your registration online. For example, if you go to our schools now, if you want to do ENT practicals, what happens? You have to send in your registration. The person who is coordinating the practicals for you will have the number of students who are going to be given to him in each skill. So you will know how to plan for those students that is going to be training.
Okay. Sorry, let me interrupt you.
Yes.
So you are now advising that registration should be done before AGC.
Yes.
You know, I was at the parade ground today when the president decried the number of persons that are at this AGC.
Yes.
He said that at Tofi we were 1,700.
Yes.
And in this AGC currently we are over 3,000 already.
Yes.
And so that has become so difficult. It has been so difficult for the state council now to fend for this huge number they were not expecting. So, but do you really believe that registration in the Boys Brigade now before the annual general conference, do you think that is feasible?
Well, the whole process may not be feasible, but in the starting, I'm advising that we should go with it this way. In the starting, we have council secretaries and council chairmen. Before we come for state agencies, we prepare our boys at the battalion level. We have a number of activities like band, drill, Bible quiz, Bible and moral exam, etc. Now, some of these activities, we used to have a number of boys or a number of members who participate in this activity. So as a battalion chairman or council secretary, when, for example, in your council, you know the number of boys who are going to be participated in bands, which were selected. But before you take your boys at the state level, you might have selected them in one activity or the other. You understand? So now maybe in Benue High Level Battalion, they have a good number of, let's say, 40 boys. In these 40 boys, they are going to be participating in drill, in band, in Bible quiz, and Bible and moral exam. So now they can send into the state secretary organizer and to that the number that they are going to be coming in terms of participating will be around 40.
Okay.
The starting may be difficult. Now if you go to
if I get you rightly,
yes,
with what you are saying now is that is to say that every council we have selected number of participants to bring to the
states.
But that would be very difficult. You know, BB, the way we operate, even captains do not know the number of people who are attending AGC until that all night. The day you are going to move, that is when you see people coming, and then maybe some even come to the church and tell you, Captain, I know as a captain you must have experienced that. Yes. Captain, my registration is remaining 1,000. Captain, I have 2,000. I'm left with 1,000. All this experience. So, but I think that I'm just thinking. I don't know. You are hearing us viewers at home. Captain Collins is raising a very, very serious issue. You can also drop your view on this issue in the comment section. He is suggesting we were trying to see the experience so far in this annual general conference, and then he was trying to compare this AGC with the other ones, and then he began as far back as 2008, right?
Yes.
Where he said, according to him, the population wasn't that much, so it was very easy for the state to manage that little population. But coming to now, in this recent generation, now it's very difficult to manage this population. Yes. And the president said earlier at the opening ceremony parade, he said that last year there were over 1,700 participants at Tofi Memorial Grammar School, and now in Makurdi we are over 3,000 participants so far. Yes. And so what do you think? Collins is suggesting that registration should be done before AGCs, and according to him, if registrations are done before AGC, it will make it very simple and easy for the state to manage the population, because they must have prepared for the number that is coming. Yes. So what do you think about that? Do you think it is possible? Would that be possible? Please, you just drop your views also in the comment section and we will act accordingly. Mr. Collins, I know that it is going to be very difficult from the beginning, just like you said. Yes. You know, most councils, just like I'm telling you, the Boys Brigade is that one organization where it's difficult, especially if there are courses where numbers are restricted. You know, for some courses they will say bring 10 boys, bring 5 boys,
Yes.
and like that. But you know, in the annual general conference, we say it's general, it's open for every person. Do you think that when we begin selecting, for example, Benue High Level Battalion Council come with only 100 people, and of course you know that we have more than 100 boys in Benue High Level Battalion Council.
Yes.
Don't you think that this will kill the passion and the zeal and the spirit of the other boys that are or will not be selected for the AGC?
You know, I think it may not kill their spirit in this way. The states, even in academics, let's go back to academics before we come to Boys Brigade.
Boys Brigade is academics.
Boys Brigade is still academics. You understand?
Yeah, but let's go to the core academics before we come back. I get you.
When you want to sit for Mathematics Association of Nigeria, when MAN are organizing their competitions, we used to do this competition like this at the local government level.
Yeah.
So from the local government level, we move to zonal level. From zonal level, we'll go to state level. And from state level to national level. It's not all people all students who have been encouraged or tried their best at the local government level, but did not meet up at maybe a standard of 5 at the street. Maybe they are counting 5 at the street, the 5 best students or 5 best schools. So if you didn't meet up to this level, you cannot go to other level. But that does not mean they are discouraging you.
Yeah.
You will sit up. You see the state council. If you look at the state council now, you discover that most of the participants who come here and they are just roaming about. They don't participate in the AGC. Look at officers. The officers that they will come for AGC from the beginning of the AGC, and you will not see them participating in none of the activities. You will not see them in drill. You don't see them in bands. In Bible study, you don't even see them coordinating. You don't see them in Bible quiz. They cannot coordinate anything, even in football.
Even some during the Bible studies, they
will not even feel like going there. You understand? So now, if we decide to narrow this to be for contingents in councils whom are going to be participating in activities, they will go in alliance with the selected conference officials by the state council. Council officials will be compulsory because then they are going to be part of the state council during their AGM. You will discover that the population will be controlled. But the situation whereby that does not discourage the boys. You know, we know our boys. As a captain, we know our boys. The boys that are coming in to be encouraged, we know them. But for matured people, matured boys who are at least in the senior section, for example, they did not train, they did not participate in this activity. So how will you come and just connect them? They don't have anything to come and do. You understand? That makes most of our officers to be lazy. The officers in the Boys Brigade today that they cannot teach the boy band, they cannot teach the boy drill, they cannot even teach the boy Bible. They cannot even stand and actually clear the boys when it comes to the educational aspect of the Boys Brigade. So the boys don't actually know their impact. But these officers, they are role models to the boys. You get? So the situation where you don't have any activity to participate, even at their battalions council, you don't see them. Some officers don't even participate at the company. If you go to parade night, you will not even see them. No, let's be very sincere.
As a captain, you'll be correct.
Yes, if you go to parade night, you don't see them. Some of them, you see them to come and they will come to at the battalion level. They will just come there and make people to understand that they are still active. You get? Some of them, even at the battalion level, you don't see them. You see them dominating at the state. And when they come to state too, you don't even understand what they do. They are not participating in none of the activities. You get? So such people...
A very quick one, Captain.
Yes.
I went for a wedding somewhere in Makodi town. And I arrived there, I was the only BB person in uniform.
Yes.
I was wondering what was going on. Shortly after, the captain of that company met me. And we were waiting for other boys to come.
Yes.
And it took so long. When we called, the boy said, we can't come. That officer doesn't come to BB, we don't know him.
Yes.
So they refused to come until we had to persuade other people to come. So I was just agreeing with you. Of course, we have many other officers who do not take the BB seriously.
Yes.
All right. Captain Cecil Collins is still maintaining that. The best way possible to manage population is for battalion council. It's the state council to restrict the number of participants for every battalion council. Let's say the 100 Benue High Level Battalion Council, 100 participants, Benue Central, 100, Boko North, 100, and like that. And after doing that, the state council will now have a total number they are expecting to have, and that will make it possible and easier for them to fend for that particular number of people, rather than throwing it open for everyone and then the experience we are having now. All right, done with that issue. I also want to bring this up in this recent AGC. You know that in the past AGCs we've always been hearing that the issues of AGC has been football. I don't know if you agree with that. I'm a football fan, but I've never had time to watch BB football matches.
Yes.
But most times people say that the issues of, even at the battalion levels, the issues of our AGCs, battalion and even at the state level has been football. But I must say that I haven't heard much of that here at this AGC. So, Mr. Collins, I don't know, do you agree that football has been an issue? And if football has been an issue, what do you think is the way forward?
You see, first of all, I want to appreciate the state A school. They have been doing the best to calm the mood of the boys brigade during AGCs. The issue of football is a very serious issue in the boys brigade. You come to the extent that the state committee or the state A school have decided to ask the officers to step aside in participating in football. Now they have a specific age. There is an age now that they are using, but within the age range too, still some people are still complaining. You get, they are still complaining because there are some people who are officers in the boys brigade, but when it comes to sports, they don't say they are officers. They will change from officers, demote back to boys, because they want to participate in sports. You understand? But the fact is that even when you are not an officer, because officer cannot just be appointed. We first of all consider the ratio of officers in the company to the boys. So if the ratio is not balanced, your church or captain cannot approve you to become an officer. So you have to wait. So even though if you are not commissioned as an officer and you are an NCO, but once you didn't reach you do not fall within the age limit that they have been flagged through in the circular given by the state, you cannot participate in football. You get. So this is what we are failing to understand. It does not mean that they are saying that since you are not an officer, any age at all, you cannot be. Some people that are more than 30 years, they are not officer because the ratio or one thing or the other, you get, they have not been given opportunity to commission and they are not discharged as well, but they will not be allowed to participate in sport because of their ages. Age is very important. I want to commend the state council for that, because this issue of age will help a lot. It has helped a lot. It has set the standards in the aspect of sports. You get. You see, let me tell you one thing. In the boys brigades, this organization have twin pillars, which is Christian, religious, and discipline. And under this Christian, religious, and discipline, the three that we do is still part of discipline. The Christian education is the main thing that actually brought us here, which we are pressing towards a goal as a team. You get. Now, let me commend these people. There are people in this state council that have been with us in the field. They have been with us in the Christian education. They have been with us in the BB education. Let me comment somebody that the state secretary organizer, the Samuel Akang, who is an advanced national training officer of the Boys Brigade.
And one-time
national secretary of the Boys Brigade. Yes, thank you for that correction. This is the man that when we come to Boys Brigade, we were little boys. The man was there in the field for us. He was there. These are people that have been in the field with the boys for a long period of time, and they are still eager to do it. As a state secretary organizer, you get. We went for a zonal training in one of the. I think there was something like a zonal A training organized by the state at Yaya. I was very happy when the state secretary organizer impacting training to the officers and boys. You understand?
Even though he
has rose to the higher level in the boys brigade, he didn't normally used to hesitate at all in giving training. If you go to basis 4, you see our state secretary organizer impacting training to the officers. And when he is impacting this training to them, you will see that his own experience will make him to explain a lot of things that will confuse them out there. Look at someone like Reverend Joseph Eshmagwetio, who is also an advanced stationer training officer of the Boys Brigade. Look at how long this is somebody who has been a trainer for more than 20 years, but he's still with us in the field. He's a reverend gentleman. You get? He's still with us. These people don't feel too big that they cannot participate in the field work again. Are we together? Now you have to let's embrace these people. Let's emulate what these people are doing. These are people that have been in the Boys Brigade as boys. They grow from boys. Look at now. When the state president made a very important statement, Mr. Moses Edo Oshio, at the zone A, one of our training zone in U. He said in those days they were training the Agbe. You understand? Gradually they have stepped aside. Agbe, they are on board. Now, very soon Agbe I will step aside
and
a Collins will come on board.
Or maybe
Tate will come on board. You understand? Yeah. So these people have existed in the Boys Brigade. Me and you, we know how we started this organization. We were short knicker in this organization. We rose from junior section to company to senior officers. We went to basic courses. Went to Basic 4, National Brigades 1, we are certified National Training Officers of the Boys Brigade. We still meet with you. That is why we respect them. Why are we respecting them? We respect them because they live exemplary life and they have the boy at heart. The boy. Are we together? Because look at someone like Eda Samuel Akang, the state secretary organizer. He loves doing the job. If you see the way the man speaks BB, you will love it. You know that this is someone who has been an experienced trainer for a good number of years. The way he will explain a specific topic, we have to be very sincere. Are we together? Now look at the Reverend gentleman, Joseph Eshmagbe. You understand? I think we are counting number of days that we'll be attending his installation as a resident pastor. He's still there in the field with us. Even when you see him and you are a visitor coming to Benue State, you don't even know that he's a reverend pastor. He's very simple and calm. Maintaining humility at all times. You understand? These are people that have trained us as boys. They watch us, we grow to this level. So I am encouraging officers to emulate these great leaders of the Boys Brigade. When they emulate them, they will be able to build on humility. And when we are humble, I think the organization will go far. Will ease the work for the state. It is the poor arrangement or poor coordination that we normally used to have at our councils that leads us to come and be bringing more workloads to the state. So in the present agency now, let's come to present agency. There is something that I want to commend the state to keep it up in doing. At the opening ceremony today, I was very happy because the trendsetters, the program trendsetters, when they were making introduction of officers who were holding the key positions on the parade, they were able to share the public or the review officers or visitors that were there. They were able to share our disciplines. This is to show that they want profiles and status. They want to project us. We are in the Boys Brigades. Like me, as Sensor Collins, I'm a graduate of industrial physics at Joseph Sawan Taka University. Now, if you share in my profile and by the will of God, I got a job, I will have to know and make it as a history written that in one of the Boys Brigade programs, I was projected and they gave me a job. I will be proud to support this noble organization. So it's a very, very good thing that I wish the state to continue in that manner. Let's try to.
So, sorry for interrupting.
Yes.
Talking about connections and jobs.
Yes.
We have a lot of graduates that are even boys.
Yes.
We have a lot of graduates that are officers, and a lot of them complain. Do you believe that the BB is not doing much in terms of connecting them to jobs? Some other time I was discussing with some people and they were comparing our state council with other state councils, that other state council lobby for jobs for their boys and like that. Do you think it is our state council that is not doing well in that regards, or do you think there's something on the ground already for them?
No, the state council are doing well. the fact is that, you know, job opportunities are not easy in our state. And in Nigeria, on a general note, it's not
course,
easy for you to get a
I
job.
agree with you on that.
Yes, the state council are doing their best, because you can see most of our gatherings, even beyond the level of the state council, at the battalion level, you can see people coming in the name of Boys Brigade. So picked up our boys and sent them to some of these forces altogether. And by the time you need the assistance of the state secretary of Niger or state president to have a work, there was some time ago the state age school advertised for jobs in the force. I think Nigerian Air Force and in recent times they advertised for jobs like that. And people who apply for such job should send in their name. The state age school have been doing their best, but this thing is not only lying on the state age school. We have members in the Boys Brigade who are members of patrons. Some are even officers who are in this big position, big offices, even more than the state age schools, that they can connect. So we are encouraging them. I think they are even hearing us today. We are encouraging them that they should also aid the state age school in projecting these boys. We have a lot of graduates on ground. By the time they do this, the glory will not only go to them, the glory will not only go to the state also, but the glory will just be for the Boys Brigade Nigeria. The glory will go for everybody. So the state age school have been trying to, but it's not that they don't want to do it. They are still making more research. They are still researching. They are still consulting people whom they will present the CV of these boys or officers to them to consider them for these job opportunities. So for me to say they are not doing, they are doing their best. They are doing their best, and we are praying to God that our boys, officers, should kill into good job opportunities, so that they will aid the progress of the Boys Brigade.
All right, thank you very much. That was Captain Colin Cecil. You can also drop your reaction or your comment on this thought. We were thinking that the question was generally whether the BB in Benue State is doing much or doing less as regards connecting their officers and boys to job opportunities. And Collins just established that the Benue State Council is really doing its best, trying hard, and that according to him, patrons also need to do so much. How about you? Do you think patrons are doing much, or do you think they are doing so less? It's even possible that some patrons don't know that it is in their responsibility to also connect boys to jobs. We have a lot of patrons in companies, and when it comes to job connection, people, let's talking about BB boys, Collins, it has been long established. I don't know this feeling people have or they are attached to BB boys. I was at a funeral. I want to withhold the name of the deceased person. It was at the wake heap, and that somebody looked at us in our uniform and said, "Look at these illiterates." I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. I looked and I looked at the man for a long time. And when he repeated that, I said, "You see us in BB uniform, you feel we didn't attend school, we have not gone to school. But it will surprise you to know that maybe we are more educated than you." And to be honest, that was when the man started thinking BB, because I tried my best to speak fluent English in response. That type of English that BSU teaches you. So that he should know that at least I attended a higher institution. So I responded to him, and then it's like there's this look he was having on his face. So BB, Avize Makranta. No, so people feel that BB is just BB. They are not educated. You don't go to school. Whereas we have a lot, and so much graduates here, from boys to officers. We have a lot of people. Okay, look at on the parade today. We had Dr. Kwabi, who is also a national training officer, a doctor on the parade. So many of them. I mean, a doctor of philosophy, not medical doctor. We have so many medical. I can't even begin to mention them. We have a lot. Dr. Yolomu Shimaka. We have professors, and a lot of professors as officers of this organization. And then people still look at us as people who are not educated enough. So I'm beginning to think that one of the reasons why our patrons are not connecting us much to bigger opportunities. You know, we have people like Senators, Senator Barnabas Gamade as one of our patrons. Of course, he's the chairman of the National Council Patrons, and then he is also here with us. We also have a lot of big names. In my own council alone, we have a lot of big names in my church. Of course, they are trying their best, but I think most of them feel that these people are not that educated enough. Do you think that that is the reason why we are not getting so much connection from patrons?
No.
Might it be that they also feel that we are not educated enough, and then such positions should not be given to us?
You see, thank you so much, Lieutenant Telumutedo. There's one thing that we have to know. I am a captain, so I have a lot of experience about all this. The first challenge that we have in the Boys Brigade is preparation.
Okay.
We have to, let me start with the patrons. People, interested people or members of the church show interest of supporting the work of the Boys Brigade. When approved or follow due process approved by the church authority, they are inaugurated as patrons of the Boys Brigade. And when they come in as patron of the Boys Brigade, at the company level, it is a duty of a captain or other, and in alliance with company office bearers, to organize a workshop for patrons. And when this workshop is organized, the roles and responsibilities of patrons needs to be part of the topics which will be discussed during the workshop. There are patrons who have been in the Boys Brigade but they do not understand their roles and responsibilities.
But I think in that form, in that there's a segment of that form.
So now
that form, there's a segment of it that says that I will do my best to make sure that boys and officers are employed.
Yes. So now, when you do this, even within the form should be part of the connectivity of their responsibility during workshop. At times, at the mood of the inauguration, they may be carried away. They may be carried away.
Okay.
But when you sit them down and you are able to analyze this to them, they will give you their listening ear. And there's one thing that we have to understand at the company level. Right at the company level, we need to be encouraging patrons who are doing their best in the supporting of this noble organization. We don't encourage. You will discover that most of our challenge in the Boys Brigade at the company, most of the captains don't encourage their patrons. We have to be sincere. Anytime a patron gives a support to the progress of the company, we have to appreciate the person. We have to make the person understand that yes, what he has done, he needs to do more. And by encouraging the person will add more as from next time. Let me give you an example. In my company, where I'm the captain, that is 3rd Benue Company, Bandika. During my closing ceremony of BB Week, I was able to present a well-packaged award to my patron for his sterling performance in the 2026 BB Week. The patron came in alone, stand and declare a set of a marching band.
Wow!
In the church, a set of a marching band that worth 400 and something thousand, which was done by one person. And to your greatest surprise, the money we raised at the company level for BB was not up to 400,000. A company patron, just a single member, came out due to the way he said he thought.
I like this strategy.
Yes, that he didn't believe that the company will honor him for what he has done. And by the special grace of God, he will continue to do more. So encouragement is very important. At our council, look at what happened at Benue High Level Battalion during their band nights, when they were doing band competition. The Benue High Level Battalion,
that band night,
that band night, you were there. I see how you were able, the council was able to encourage, to appreciate the efforts of the past members of their council bands. These people will feel that they are important. Everybody on earth loves encouragement. Everybody on earth needs to be appreciated. When you see our bosses today, when you see the state president of the Boys Brigade, and you are able to analyze the history, how he taught. I came in the Boys Brigade, the state president of the Boys Brigade was the state secretary of NISA. When we came in the Boys Brigade, the present state secretary of NISA, Elder Sam Wakang, was the state training officer. When we came in as boys in the Boys Brigade, me and you know this. They were state escorts. And when you are able to like appreciate what they have done to us, the impacts they have given to us in terms of BB education and many other things, we cannot say it now. They counted that yes, you have actually valued what they impact to you. So encouragement matters a lot. And another thing is that when you are a captain, let's start from the company, because the company is the smallest structure, but it's the most important structure of the boys' brigade, because that is where the boys are raised.
Of course.
Everybody on earth in the boys' brigade, without the company, the BB will not exist.
Just like in a society, the family is the first unit
of
socialization. So in the BB, the company, that is the family,
yes,
and the first unit.
Most of the company captains used to ignore church authority. They bounce on the authority of the church. And the church are the ones that owns this organization at that level. Because if you understand that, and if you make the church to know that they are the owners of this organization, the church alone will actually encourage these patrons. We encourage other people who are not even patrons to come in, killing, and support this organization.
I agree with you.
So now, by the time you are bouncing on the authority of the church will just decide to say that talk. You understand? And when they start saying the whole system will be down. Are we together? People start complaining, and when people start complaining, support will be withdrawn. Everything that they are giving in terms of financial support will not be there. Physical support will not be there. Prayers will not be given to you. Your chaplain will not be bounced on any request you send to the council of elders for your church. They will bounce on the request. They will say there is no time for that. We don't have money in our account. You understand? But when the system is going well, especially in the company, you will see how the authorities of the church respond to the support or pledges, or let's say presentation or budgets sent to the council for BB activities. So that's another thing. And if you go to our councils, like the battalion or group council, we need to be encouraging members as well. I was very happy to see what happened at Benue Highland Battalion Council. I still want to emphasize on that. It is important for a battalion council to appreciate the efforts of members,
past and present
members of this noble organization, cut across all units, patrons, officers and boys. Because some patrons may do something to you, but they will not even know that what they have done is too big. It's the way you are going to appreciate it. It's the way you are going to put it, that they will know that yes, what they have done to you, they will do more.
Of course.
You understand? But when you think that they gave you like 30,000, you meet someone who is a commissioner, for example, the person decides to say, or maybe a local government treasurer, and the person decides to say, okay, I'm supporting what you are doing with the sum of 50,000, and maybe you are ignoring it because 50,000 is too small for a commissioner to offer it to you. Maybe in subsequent requests, the person may not even contribute. But when you appreciate that in written form and you make the appreciation to help with, you will discover that when next you bring a request like that, the person will send a money who is more than that, money that is more than that. You get. So encouragement is one of our major challenge. When we are not encouraging, these patrons will not kill it. They can't come in to support. The form that they are reading, the form they are prevailing during inauguration as patrons of the Boys Brigade, you step it down to them during their workshop. And when you step it down to them during their workshop, they should be encouraged with what they are doing. And when you encourage them, I believe more development will come cut across all the levels of this noble organization.
Well, thank you very much, Collins. Collins have said a lot about patrons' participation, their contribution in the Boys Brigade, even to providing jobs for officers and boys.
Yes.
Do you think that patrons are doing less because they are not appreciated? Do you think that they are doing less because they don't know their roles? Or do you think they are doing less because they underrate the boy and the officers of the Boys Brigade? You can also share your thoughts with us. But for the hour, this is where we are going to draw the curtains for the evening, and then we will have to open again for the next session tomorrow morning. Thank you very much, Collins Captain. Incidentally, Collins has to be my BB mate from all levels of BB training.
Yes.
It was so good to have you.
Thank you.
He ventured into Dre, and I ran away from Dre to become media man. Of course, we played band together for so many years too.
Yes.
is a graduate of industrial physics.
Yes.
All right, congratulations to you. I wish you all the best and journey mercies back to Vanica after the AGC.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Welcome. Thank you very much, viewers at home. We really appreciate you for keeping time with us. We hope that you also keep time with us tomorrow and throughout the AGC. Bless you, God, the Boys Brigade.